Have you ever noticed how your car just seems to get smarter and smarter? From the little beeps it makes when you're backing up, to the way it can practically keep you in your lane on the highway? Well, all that magic has a name: Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, or for short, ADAS. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and demystify the whole thing.
So, first things first, why do we even need these systems? I mean, we've been driving for over a century, right? Well, to really get why ADAS is such a big deal, we have to talk about the one huge problem it's built to solve.
So let me ask you a question, and just be honest with yourself. Are you a perfect driver? Every single time you get behind the wheel, do you have 100% perfect focus, 360-degree vision, and reflexes like a superhero? Yeah, me neither. And that, right there, is the entire point.
Because here's the stark reality. According to the research, a staggering number of vehicle accidents, almost all of them, are caused by us, by human error. A moment of distraction, feeling a little tired, a simple misjudgment. That human factor is almost always the culprit.
And this is exactly where ADAS comes in. The best way to think about it is like a high-tech co-pilot. These are systems designed with one main goal: to help reduce or even eliminate that human error. They're there to help prevent a crash from ever happening, or if it does, to make it way less severe. It's basically a safety net that's always on.
Okay, but how does it actually work? I mean, how can a car assist a human? Well, it all starts by giving the car senses. And in a lot of ways, these senses are, well, superhuman. Let's break down how your car actually sees the world around it.
Just think about how our senses stack up against the cars. You and I, we can't see very well in the dark or in fog, right? But a car's radar sees right through it. We can't really echolocate like a bat to know what's behind us, but sonar sensors do that all day long. And we definitely can't see in every direction at the exact same time, but a whole suite of cameras gives the car a complete 360-degree picture. It's all about covering our blind spots, literally.
Now, having all these senses is one thing, but making sense of all that information is the real trick. And that's where a process called sensor fusion comes in. This is basically the car's brain. It takes all the data streaming in from the cameras, the radar, and other sensors, and it fuses it all together into one super detailed real-time map of the world. So the camera might see a car-shaped object, and the radar confirms how far away it is and how fast it's going. The brain puts it all together and says, that's a car braking hard, and it does it way faster than we ever could.
You know, this technology isn't just a simple on or off switch. It's a whole spectrum. And to help everybody get on the same page, from car makers to you and me, the experts came up with a framework. It's called the 6 levels of automation. And it's basically the roadmap from today's cars to the self-driving future.
So here's the official breakdown. It all starts at level 0. That's any car where you, the human, are doing everything. Level 1 is where one system helps out, like basic cruise control. Level 2 is what's becoming really common now. The car can help with both steering and speed, but you absolutely have to be paying attention. Now at level 3, the car can actually drive itself under specific conditions, but you need to be ready to take over. And then we get into the really wild stuff. Level 4 means the car is fully self-driving, but only within a limited, geo-fenced area, kind of like a robo-taxi service. And the final frontier, level 5. That's where the car is the driver. No steering wheel, no pedals, no human needed, period.
Okay, so that's the big picture. But what does this all mean for the car you might actually be driving today or buying tomorrow? Let's get practical and look at some of the smartest features that are already out there on the road.
And we'll start with the place where a little help can go a long way. On the highway, where those long, monotonous drives can really test your focus.
First up, Adaptive Cruise Control, or ACC. This is so much more than the old-school cruise control your parents had. ACC uses radars to lock onto the car ahead of you, and it will automatically adjust your speed to keep a safe distance. It'll speed up, it'll slow down, and a lot of them will even bring you to a complete stop in traffic. It's a fantastic example of a level 1 system that just makes driving less stressful. Next up, let's talk about staying in your lane. Now, there are 2 features here that sound really similar, but they're completely different. First, you have lane departure warning. This system is passive. It just alerts you. If you start to drift, you'll get a beep or a vibration in the steering wheel. But then you have lane centering assist. This one is active. It actually acts. It makes tiny, constant steering adjustments to keep you right in the middle of the lane. So one is a warning, the other is a co-pilot. And when you combine a system like lane centering with adaptive cruise control, well, that's the foundation for a level 2 system.
All right, let's pull off the highway. We're going to head into what, for many people, is one of the most stressful parts of driving.
Yep, the parking lot. The most common feature you'll find here, of course, is parking sensors. We've all heard them. They use these little ultrasonic sensors to send out sound waves, and they listen for the echo. And that's what creates that famous beeping. You know, the one that gets faster and faster the closer you get to that pole you didn't see. Super simple, but incredibly helpful.
But what if the car could just do it all for you? Well, that's automatic parking assist. You push a button and the system literally takes over. It controls the steering, the braking, the gas, everything it needs to slide perfectly into a parking spot, parallel or otherwise. You're just there to supervise, while the car handles all the tricky back and forth.
Okay, and for our last group, let's talk about the features that you really hope you never have to use, but they are working tirelessly in the background as your everyday safety nets.
This is arguably one of the most important safety features to come out in decades. It's called Automatic Emergency Braking, or AEB. Its sensors are always scanning the road. If it thinks a collision is about to happen and you haven't hit the brakes, it will. It will slam on the brakes for you faster than a human can react. It's designed to stop the crash from happening at all, or at the very least, make it much less severe. It's a true game changer.
And here is another absolute lifesaver, the blind spot monitor. We all know that scary spot over your shoulder where a whole car can just disappear. Well, this system uses sensors to watch that spot for you. If a car is hiding in your blind spot, a little light will pop up, usually right on your side mirror, telling you, "Hey, don't come over now." It's such a simple little warning, but it prevents so many accidents.
So when you put all these different pieces together, the sensors that see, the software that thinks, all these individual features, a really clear picture of the road ahead starts to form.
And here's the main thing to take away from all this. That big, futuristic dream of a fully self-driving car, it isn't something that's just going to magically appear overnight. It's actually being built right now, one feature at a time. Every new car with simple warning beeps, or adaptive cruise control, or self-parking, each one is another building block on that road to full autonomy.
It's a pretty incredible evolution, isn't it? It's changing how we drive and how we think about our cars. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. Now that you know what's possible, what's the one feature you really, really wish your car had?